In the summer of 1518, a woman stepped into the streets of Strasbourg and began to dance. She didn't stop for hours, then days. Then others joined her. Dozens, then hundreds. They danced until their feet bled, until they collapsed. Some until they died, and no one knew why. This is the story of the dancing plague, one of history's strangest and most disturbing mass events. It began with a single woman, Frau Trophäa. One hot day in July 1518, she began to twist, sway, and spin in the middle of the street. Witnesses say she danced silently, compulsively, for hours. At first, people watched with confusion, then concern, then fear. Within a week, more than 30 people had joined her. By the end of the month, reports claimed up to 400 were dancing uncontrollably, sweating, shaking, moving like puppets whose strings couldn't be cut. Some collapsed from exhaustion. Some suffered strokes or heart attacks. And yes, at least a dozen people died. The city of Strasbourg was terrified. Doctors were called, but their diagnosis? Excess blood heating the brain. Their prescription? More dancing. The city built a stage and hired musicians, thinking the afflicted could dance the madness out. It made things worse. Soon, the dancing spread beyond Strasbourg to neighboring towns. There were no feasts, no music festivals, only fear. People danced day and night, often in tattered clothes, their bodies barely able to keep moving. One theory blames ergot, a fungus on rye bread that can produce hallucinations and spasms similar to LSD. But mass poisoning affecting only dancers? Unlikely. Another theory, mass psychogenic illness, what we might call mass hysteria. Strasbourg in 1518 was a pressure cooker. Famine, disease, political instability. The population was deeply religious and terrified of divine punishment. In this state, people may have unconsciously entered trance-like episodes, mirroring each other's behavior in a kind of collective panic. Then there's the religious explanation. Some believed they were cursed by Saint Vitus, patron saint of dance and epilepsy. Many thought dancing was the only way to break the curse. The city eventually exiled the dancers to a shrine, barefoot and bloodied, to beg for forgiveness. The outbreak faded shortly after. The dancing plague faded from public memory, but it never truly disappeared. It wasn't the first, or even the last of its kind. Similar outbreaks occurred across medieval Europe, but 1518 was the deadliest. To this day, historians still debate what really happened. Was it madness? Poison? Spiritual terror? All we know for sure is this. In 1518, in one of the strangest corners of history, people danced until they died, and no one ever figured out why.